The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, November 28 tease that Hope and Liam will get some big news. They will hear some stunning details from Brooke about what went down the night before. As B&B viewers know, Ridge told Brooke that their marriage was over and that he was officially done. Brooke will share the news with Hope and Liam, who will both no doubt offer their heartfelt sympathy and support to Brooke. Of course, Hope will know that Brooke had gone to see Ridge the night before in order to tell him about how she had known about Thomas' supposed death but kept it from him. Hope will probably deduce pretty quickly why Ridge decided to call it quits on the marriage. But it looks like Liam will still be in the dark about what happened between Hope and Thomas. He gonna know that Hope went for a full day thinking that she had killed Thomas. So through the course of Brooke explaining Ridge's decision to leave her, Liam will get the news about how pushed Thomas into a vat of what was supposed to be hydrofluoric acid. Liam is probably going to be stunned to hear what Hope went through, and how she believed she had killed Thomas. He's probably going to have a lot of questions about the whole thing, and he might be a little peeved with Hope for keeping all of that from him, especially the part about how she plotted to use Thomas' feeling for her against him. As B&B viewers know, Liam had previously suspected that something was terribly wrong with her, since she just wasn't acting right when she told him that Thomas agreed to sign the custody papers. Now he will get the whole story, and he will probably find himself angry with Thomas and wanting to lash out. We will see how Hope reacts to that, since she and Thomas seem to have reached common ground about co-parenting Douglas. Meanwhile, on Thursday's new episode of B&B, Ridge will have some big news for Shauna. As B&B viewers know, Ridge is in desperate need of support and friendship after his breakup with Brooke, and he will get just that from Shauna. Shauna has been a huge source of support for Ridge lately, and he will turn to her with the news that his marriage to Brooke is done. It looks like Ridge and Shauna will have a long talk, during which Ridge opens up about what he found out from Brooke. Shauna will listen and come in with supportive and complimentary statements as usual, and it looks like the two will wind up kissing once again. Shauna will even ask Ridge to stay with her, although this might be too much for Ridge to deal with right now. B&B weekly previews indicate that Brooke will eventually find out about how much time Ridge is spending with Shauna, and she's going to be peeved. Brooke may still be hoping that their marriage can be saved, and she will resent the fact that Shauna is right there in Ridge's face all the time and taking advantage of the situation. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Steffy is prepared to help her brother handle his latest issues. She's also ready to assist her father in dealing with his ongoing marital concerns. While Thomas and Ridge continue to remain off balance, Steffy continues to steady the family ship as much as he can. Ridge can be thankful that Steffy isn't like Thomas. She's dealt with her problems, which include one she's cut or simply has been parted. That sets her apart from his oldest son, who projects narcissism. Among other things, Steffy's leadership after creation is only topped by the selfless care she offers to her daughter Kelly. Both traits make good alter ego the go-to family member Thomas and Ridge need. Thomas didn't heed the advice his sister and father gave him. Atkinson's character wasn't leery of her when agreeing to her sad custody of her, while he has his moment of lucidity. Atkinson's character is judged by his own inability to overcome mental health issues. However, Ridge has enabled him, more especially by burying what Thomas did to Emma on and over the side of Mulholland Drive last summer. In contrast, Steffy speaks true to Thomas. Ridge and Brooke Logan have been totally honest with each other for many months. Momentum to Godfrey's break had increased due to Ridge and his wife allowing their children's problems to interfere with their own relationship as well. Steffy's focus on Elsie has allowed her dad to repeatedly dart up during the business day to handle whatever crisis Thomas created or Brooke supposedly cursed. Until Ridge pulls back from the edge of his self-created cliff, he will need to rely on Steffy as the most stable force in his own family. It's right and often necessary to have family members and friends. However, the residents in the fictional version of Los Angeles, California, which includes Steffy, know that's one personal well-being matter. While it sounds self-centered and can be cliche, self-care is positive. Thomas isn't familiar with this concept. Ridge is trying to protect his son, however misguided various efforts may be. By allowing Shauna Fenton, denies Richards to play the group priest isn't an honest way to spend time during priest split. Rather than getting fully caught in Ridge and Thomas' issues, Steffy may need to choose herself, as she did when the Steam vs. Holop battle was raging last year. Whether her family's problems are solved or not, Steffy must consider what's best overall for Kelly and for herself. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers review. Ridge makes a demand of his wife. He orders Brooke to forgive Thomas. B&B spoilers reveal that there is long and unpleasant history between Brooke and her stepson, Thomas. In Thomas' mind, the woman came in and broke up his family, stealing his father away. However, Brooke hasn't always been Thomas' biggest fan either. There are a lot of situations that could have been handled better by the stepmother. Author Matthew Atkinson had made it clear in several interviews that Thomas has never gotten over Brooke breaking up his family. He is filled with resentment and to this day wants her out of his family's life. Could he finally be getting his wish? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers state that Ridge demands Brooke forgive Thomas. His logic is that until she does, then their marriage cannot heal. He really wants to make the relationship work, but he will not give up on his children. He has made it abundantly clear in the past few weeks. However, Brooke sees it differently. For one, she finds it impossible to forgive Thomas for hurting her daughter, Hope. She also wants to keep their kids separate from their marriage, and doesn't see how forcing her to forgive will solve anything. It seems that the end of Ridge is coming, and it's just a matter of time before the relationship crumbles. There is a lot of bitterness, anger, and resentment that has built up over the years. They are on completely different pages when it comes to their kids, especially Thomas. Even though Ridge does end up leaving Brooke, could there still be hope for this settled union? Fans will have to keep watching the CBS soap opera to find out how this story develops.